Welcome back to the Football Terrace. This is the Done Deal Show. Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Turn on those bell notifications. Yes, there's nearly 400,000 of you, but you don't get notified that often. You've got to do everything you can to make sure you hear the updates from TFT. Of course, big shout out as well to our title sponsors, StocksFC. Start building your portfolio now. And let's see if people really are putting the money where their mouth is when it comes to, I have stock in this player. 3 new IPOs this week. Gundogan on the platform. Traore and man like Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck tomorrow gets released. 19 pence per stock in that man. More on them a little bit later. Some big transfer stories to bring you this morning. We want to get your views, your opinions on them. Remember to leave your comments below. And there's some big updates from Fabrizio today. The first one. Now, I saw Arsenal fans worried, frustrated, concerned when it was announced by David Ornstein and many other outlets that the deal between Forest, Arsenal and Eddie Nketiah had fallen through. It now transpires, according to Fabrizio Romano, that Eddie Nketiah is now open to joining Crystal Palace. The deal will depend on club-to-club agreement. Initial talks on personal terms taking place, but there are more clubs keen as the situation is still open. Nketiah fully expected to leave Arsenal in the final days. So I do get the feeling and the frustration from Gunners. They want him gone. The Mirror reporting that Arsenal will move on to trying to buy a striker from this point. And I know a lot of people say just get the deal done, but it is important to ensure that you get the right price for your players as best you can. Take care of the pennies and the pounds take care of themselves. I know a lot of football fans don't like this and they pull on that notion of it's not my money, I don't care, but you should. You should. The sale price that the likes of Manchester City get so regularly are part of the reasons why they've been able to stay up near the top. It isn't the sole reason, but it is a reason. But it looks like that's going to happen. The Moreno deal's going to be announced in the next day or so. The here we go is there. Then it is all about who Arsenal focus on after that. Will it be Osimhen? Will it be Gyökeres? There's now talk of a winger potentially coming into the football club. Lookman, of course, has been linked. That's probably unlikely. Raheem Sterling, we're going to talk about a little bit more. But Arsenal fans, what do you think is the next move for you? Now, having mentioned Sterling, a really interesting story broke last night. And it stated that Chelsea and Juventus are exploring deals for Jadon Sancho. Juve want a loan. It's thought Chelsea's proposal could include players. What Ben Jacobs has told us is that Raheem Sterling is prepared to take a wage cut to join Manchester United this summer. His priority is to stay in the Premier League and have regular minutes in order to boost his chances. There is talk that Man United have been offered Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, potentially some cash for Jadon Sancho. And of course, this has been met with quite a lot of pushback from Manchester United fans at large. I'm taking myself out of that category for a moment to present you what people are saying. But I get it on Ben Chilwell. I think he's a very, very good football player, but highly injury prone, just like Luke Shaw. What problem does that really solve for Manchester United? Very little, in my humble opinion. Raheem Sterling, I'm on the fence with. I hear the talk that he's over the hill. I hear the talk that he's an ex-Liverpool and City and Chelsea player. Why would Man United want him? But there is part of me that doesn't think he's over the hill. There is part of me that thinks he could still come in and do a job. There's part of me that still feels he could come in. We need a winger with a bit of pace who can beat their fullback, and he can do it. He isn't a creative player, though, so that slightly concerns me. But in terms of bolstering our ranks and removing Jadon Sancho, if he is willing to take this big pay cut, part of me isn't that worried about it. Maybe, I don't know. I can't get it out my head that Sterling to Man United doesn't feel like I get on paper, I get all the pushback, but there's just a little feeling in the back of my head of, this could work. But do you know what it could be? It could be my want and desire to sign a player that's been at rivals, been at Chelsea and not worked, who comes to Man United and succeeds. That could be what that feeling is, and I need to be mindful of it. Ben Chilwell, absolutely not. I think take cash and Sterling, if anything. But, yeah, Listen, I want your thoughts and I want your feelings in the comment section below. What is interesting, though, I looked at this. Obviously, our title sponsor today, Stocks. I did go and search this. I'm going to show it to you all as well. I went and looked at Raheem Sterling, who is, as you can see, if I was typing properly, is on the platform. He's had a huge, he's been on the platform about a year. You can see at his pomp, the stocks in him were about £3.64 at the highest, as you can see there. You can now pick up Raheem Sterling for 58 pence. But this is a man who last season still paid out over £5,000 in player rewards. So if Man United or Arsenal or Villa have been linked to him, Palace, whoever signs him, I do think I'm going to throw a bit of stock because I think there's going to be a massive return of investment. The payout on this player has been about 83 pence per stock. But if you look at the vast majority of last season, his valuation was above that. Now that his valuation has come in at around 58 pence, if he delivers, and he's considered a flop at Chelsea, the same as Chelsea or more, you are going to make a return on your investments in terms of the rewards versus the cost, plus the price might rise and people are going to want to buy him. He could be a very good way. For me, I look at Raheem Sterling as a player that I could probably flip. If he goes to Man United, I'm going to put stock in him. I'm going to hedge a bet, or I'm going to bet that it works, and I'm going to put some stock in him. Keep him for a year, make my rewards, and then see if anybody's willing to buy him for £1, £1.20, £1.30, and double my money. That's going to be my strategy on StocksFC if Raheem Sterling joins Manchester United, because I just think he's going to score for us. Maybe it's hopium. I don't know. You let me know in the comments section below what you would like to see happen. Now, staying with Manchester United, Scott McTominay has already accepted Napoli and their project. The details are now being discussed, similarly to the Wan-Bissaka deal in terms of the personal terms and the main part of the fixed deal. 30 million euros. That includes all the add-ons. It's going to be around £25 million. And I'm really happy with this deal. I'm happy that it's over the line. I'm happy that it's going to go through. I'm happy that McTominay is leaving. I really, really am. And I saw a few journalists yesterday talk about we should have got more money for him. Yes, he had a good season last year with those goals. But that was it. That's the anomaly within his career. He's a very limited player. He isn't very good technically on the ball. £25 million for him, I'm really quite happy with. I saw journalists, as I say, call it out, saying we should have kept him, how important he is to us. No, he's limited. Ugarte is a massive upgrade on him. My hope now is that we go out and get another midfielder or another attacker that raises that technical floor. You've seen with Mazwari since he's come in. It's only been 2 games, but you can see a big technical difference between him and Wan-Bissaka. And I think over the course of time, and this is what you've sometimes got to do, is look beyond the end of your nose. Over the course of time, this will be a good deal for Manchester United. I want to thank Scott for what it's worth, for his service to Man United. He's given 100% in every game, and he has given us some brilliant moments. This guy has scored in semi-finals of the FA Cup. He scored match-winning goals. He's had some really good moments in a Manchester United shirt. There's no doubt about it. He's on to pastures new, and hopefully we are as well. So congratulations to Scott, and good luck with the rest of your career. Also news from Fabrizio today. I don't know quite how to pronounce this. If I butcher this, I'm very, very sorry. But Ali have submitted an initial bid to Napoli for Osimhen, a package in excess of 65 million euros. Napoli are prepared to let him go, but no agreement between the Nigerian striker and the Saudi club so far. What's so interesting about this is it's 65 million. Could this be what the Chelseas, could this be what the Arsenals have been waiting for all summer? If Napoli are accepting that bid, it makes it really difficult to demand 80, 90, 100 million pounds out of the Premier League clubs because you've already accepted 65 million euros, which is it's about a 50% drop in what they were asking for just 3 months ago. So maybe this is going to be a really interesting one over the coming days and hours. Chelsea, according to a number of outlets, are working on the structure with Napoli. The talk is that he wants to move to the Premier League. Chelsea are seen as his preference as of right now, according to the reports in the mainstream media. If you haven't seen them, go research them. It's very quick and easy. The internet exists. Go and Google it. Go onto Twitter. It's all there. Just follow someone like Simon Phillips. He shares all the links all day, every day. Go and then find the stories off the back of that. Really simple. I don't think you need me to do that for you. You're growing people. So there we go. He may go Saudi. I still think a big Premier League club is going to swoop in for him. But maybe they've just waited this. Because look, I know what everyone says. You want him in early. But if you can save 60 to 70 million pounds on a player by waiting, I think you should do it. Because that now leaves 60 to 70 million pounds in your coffers to renew contracts of performing players, to pay out bonuses for performing players, or to buy even more players this season or next season. And even if the player then flops, which some of you think Osimhen will in the Premier League, you haven't done all your money on him. You can replace him. He's easier to sell. There's so many factors as to why it's smart to do it this way. But look, as ever, I want your thoughts, feelings, opinions on all of these stories. Until next time, my people, take care, goodbye, God bless. Go check out StocksFC. I know some of you hate it. Terry, why are you always talking about it? Well, they are my partners. They are endorsing what we do, and they're very much a big part of helping the Football Terrace grow. That's why the content is free for you, because of our wonderful partners. If you don't want to use it, don't. But lots of us are enjoying it. I think there's like 15 to 20,000 users on the platform now. We're all having a good time. Rewards, I think, are coming out later today or early tomorrow. It's going to be a big one for me as well this weekend because I got like 680 odd points. So I'm very, very excited to see what the rewards look like off the back of that. Until next time, take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you soon. Peace.